Millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Make him work. When you get close, he can't fucking fight in the inside. Trust me. How long you been trusting me? Get close to him and just keep poking. When I say penitentiary, put that knife in him. Put him in him. Okay?
I put on with this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, now we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.
Separate yourself.
Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great. Non-stop. Keep the pace.
I'm down.
Going on out there, y'all already know who it is. It's your boys, the Rize Podcast with your boy Coach Squeeze, aka the Smoothie King. Right back at y'all with another one. Top of the morning, top of the afternoon. To you guys, God bless y'all, man. Let's keep on pushing. If you're going to do something, make sure you find somebody you can talk to and give you good and sound advice, and let's enjoy life while God blessing us to enjoy life, and just stay positive much as we can, and let's keep it moving. Do me a favor on the way in, make sure y'all smash that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the Rize Podcast. All right, let me get the sponsors out of the way. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes. First ballot Hall of Famer, Baltimore Zone, GTD Promotions. Redesigning minds one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibad.com. Use code TRP. You'll get 15% off. Also, shout out to www.noslipgallery.org. Go over to Damari's page, support him in his merch and his artistry in and out of the ring. Shout out to www.miakillerbeat.com. Go over to our page, support her in her boxing journey. Shout out to Richie Baby for the 5 edits and intros. R.I.P. the John Boy, R.I.P. the Miss Tanya Van Drovs Williams Jr. May y'all rest in peace. Shout out to Bad Girls Promotions featuring Miss Nikki, a.k.a. Miss Olivia Pope, Coach Brandy. Shout out to Hardcore Boxing News, Just Do Boxing, Aunt McQueen Boxing, Four Corners Boxing. Shout out to Under Armour. Thanks for all that you do. Don't forget to come down to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue. Get your Shari's Essentials 12 rolls for $7. Shout out to ProSo Boxing Gear and Clothing Line, AO Clothing Line, Richie Threads. Shout out to Miss Mona, Miss Yaya, all the people who always, the Gregory Pratts, the Joshua Furlongs, all the people that always support us and this journey, all of you guys, B&B Boxing News, the Jab Queens, the Lewis 4500s, all of y'all are sponsors that be in here on a daily basis. Last but not least, Official Gear Boxing, all the fighters wearing it. Y'all can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, box. Raw. Man, how y'all doing, man? Hope y'all enjoying this beautiful weather that we having, man. It's starting to make a turn, and you know, I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying it. So definitely I'm looking outside, man. It's so beautiful and pristine, man. I want to know why people out here losing their minds, always want to hurt somebody, shoot up crowds, run cars in the crowd, like evil, man. Evil acts. People snap evil acts, man. But yeah, man. Last night boxing, moving along, man. Just moving along. Duarte defeats Sims. Progress gets the win. I'm watching that Prograis and Diaz fight. And if Diaz had any type of power with him and knew how to finish instead of going wild, which is amazed me, being as though as long as he's been boxing, and he should have been able to close Rize out, being the veteran that he is. But the first thing they do when they hit somebody and rock them, they chase straight for the head. They chase straight for the head instead of staying on that body, coming back up, attacking the body. You caught him with the face shot. If you run up on him, attack him to the body, keep ripping the body, the head definitely eventually going to come up. But shout out to Rize for weathering that storm in the first round. Ace is the place of the helping hardware store. Shout out to Rize, him and his family, very nice people. Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, Rize is a good story, man. Whenever people be able to pursue their dreams and make their dreams come true, I wish the best for Rize. Rize is one of those guys that is hard to bet against. It's hard to bet against them, but because they such good people, down to earth people, you definitely would like to see him win, keep winning, and be able to support his family. But I don't know, man. Rize, to me, I mean, he came in on the second round, boxing smart, very sharp. That's boxing, Michael Brown. Welcome to the chat. God bless you and your family. That's boxing, though, Michael Brown. That's boxing. Floyd got clipped by a Sugar Shane. You should have seen the look on my face, Michael Brown. Like God got hit. You should have seen me. But real champions, tough. You can't coach this. When you get hit clean like that you weather the storm and you come back and you do what you had to do. the win, Michael Brown. That's boxing, Michael Brown. That's just like you get in the fight in the street. You're gonna get hit. You're fighting. And you catch something, and the guy be like, "Yeah, I got you," and bam, he run down on you, and you catch him with something, but your punch a little more effective because you weathered the storm. So it happens. It makes it for a good fight, though. It makes it for a good fight. Jab Queen boxing. Yeah. It makes it exciting. Miss Mona, God bless you. Good to see you in the chat. It makes it good for boxing. But Regis cleaned it up, and he actually beat JoJo with the jab. He's circling the ring nice. He looked to be in great shape. He even say post-fight that he always had a problem with his legs. He need to work on his legs, keep growing with that. But for 36 years old, he looked damn good. Yeah, he's starting to whip up on Diaz ass now in the third round, putting together the combinations, head movement, bam. Diaz don't know what's hitting him right now. He whipping Diaz ass. Yeah, that's a good fight. This was a good matchup. I think they did good with this one. I think Diaz could have got back on the body a little more. Two southpaws. Yeah, Diaz just don't have no lateral movement. He comes straight in. Michael Brown, you had Regis for the win. You had Regis for the win, champ. Well placement. Regis fighting lovely, man. He looks good. He looks good, man. What round is this? Third round. Regis outboxing him. Now he weathered the storm of JoJo's, and JoJo coming back. They toe to toe in the middle of the ring. JoJo don't got nothing behind his punches though. They smack punches. This was a nice matchup. Let me holler at everybody in the chat. My fault, y'all. I'm trying to review this fight for you guys, and I like to have the fight up while we talking, and I could see what really went down. But Regis working behind that jab, very nice. Round 4, they back in the middle of the ring. JoJo come out more defensively. Regis looked like he too fast for him. He stand behind that jab, nice. Right hook out the jab, flicking the jab. Regis looking sharp. This is about almost the best I've seen Regis look in a while. He looking sharp. Miss Mona, Jab Queen Boxing, George Sanders 86, TWTKY, Lewis 4500, Luda Ground Hard, Grand Rising, Ace is the place of the Helping Hardware store. Stretched Out Boxing, what it do? Royal Reef, D33284. Miss Mona say it's too hot. BP, B3P, B3 Picks STN. Yeah. The last 3 rounds they had you on the edge. I could only imagine. JoJo cut. We in the 4th round. He cut at that eye, that left eye. He wiping it. Oh, he got cut bad. I wonder was that from a headbutt. Ooh. That looked like from a headbutt. Ooh. The doctor gonna get up there and look at it. Damn. Your rabbit punching like a mofo. Okay. That was on right on the outside of the eye. On the outside. The doctor talking to the ref. That's good that they let the doctors come up on the ring and assist the fighter a little bit. They back at it. Oh, Rize just pouring it on. Rize just keeping that jab in his face. JoJo a straight up target though. Oh, yo, that was dirty, yo. Yo trip fell. I wouldn't have shook his hand. He tripped and fell and he hit Rize in the face while he was down. Man, I'd have kicked him straight in his balls. We'd have broke out fighting after that. Rize should have poured it on after that. That'd have had me rolling. Blood flowing. That was dirty, yo. Clayton Silk's right. Rize was dragging that back leg. Something was wrong with that back leg. He said his feet ain't that good. He don't look bad to me. We in round 4. There they go, hitting them heads together. Diaz trying to make it dirty. Richie Baby in the building. Might want to pause the fight squeeze. Rize was getting rocked a lot. Don't want to miss that. No, that's boxing, y'all. It's boxing. It's boxing. I saw little glimpses of it last night. It's he's supposed to get caught. He's supposed. We ask for the action, but when we get it, we chastise and ridicule it. You know, JoJo came to win. You know, what more can you ask for? JoJo came to win, man. He didn't come to lay down. He's supposed to court Rize. That was his job. He did his job. You know, if he was catching Rize and rocking Rize, good for JoJo Diaz. He was doing his job. Y'all gotta understand, JoJo and Rize don't have time to mess around. They gotta go for the juggler. It ain't like they in their 20s. Both of them in their late mid-30s. Yeah, the ref was letting them fight. We in round 5. Josh Sanders, Regis got rocked like 8 or 10 times by JoJo. Entertaining fight. I loved it though. Yeah. With no running. Ain't look like no running to me, Josh Sanders. Both of them laid it on the line. They stood in front of each other. That I'm seeing so far, we in round 5. They still in the pocket. Nobody circling it around the ring. It looked more like to me, they right in the middle of the ring trading blows. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Josh. That's what I'm saying. You don't see nobody circling around the ring, circling. They right there in the pocket. Bing, 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 bing. Slip, slip, bing, 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 slip, bing, bing. He get rocked. He bing, bing, rock him. But I am saying what y'all saying. I haven't seen Regis rock him yet. He is touching Regis a little bit on the inside. I'm in round 5. He head hunting though. JoJo head hunting. But Regis circling real good. Regis, it went off. I ain't see the later round, but it went off. Yeah, it went off. I just saw the highlights up to I seeing the early rounds though. They gave me the highlights up to what they let me see, so I didn't see the later rounds. So yeah, but great fight, man. I'm gonna have to watch them later rounds. Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one. Jab Queen Boxing. Thanks for the color in the chat. Just showing some love and support. Appreciate you. I'm watching Duarte and Sims Jr. now. I got that fight up. Duarte is tough. I like him. Keep his chin down. He keeps his chin tucked under his shoulder blades, hidden in between the shoulder blades, and he walking forward, letting his hands go. I got the Keith Sims and Duarte fight on. Sims looked like he the bigger guy, the taller guy, long legs. All right, Sims, stay behind your jab. You leaning in. We round 2. You shouldn't have been leaning in round 2. Just keep circling, popping the jab. There you go. Keep circling. Use your feet a little more. Pop that jab. Good, Sims. That's let me holler. Sims just seems like an achiever to me. Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one. The lovely Miss Mona, thank you for the support in the chat. May God continue to bless you in this journey called life. Thank you, Miss Mona. You know you always appreciated and loved over here. Bottom line. Mr. Henson, I said Duarte rock Regis in the first round. I thought the fight was going to be over. He might met Jojo Diaz. I just said that, Richie, baby. What is you talking about? I just said, as I watched the fight, he was catching them. It's boxing. It's boxing. You gonna get hit. Everybody can't be Floyd Mayweather defensively wise. Sweet Pea Whitaker. Y'all understanding what y'all watching, or y'all just belting out stuff? You gotta understand. You gotta know what you watching, who's out in the ring, and their attributes they have. Jojo Diaz or Regis ain't the best defensive fighters. And rest in peace to Muhammad Qawi. Really cruiserweight, came home from prison and became a world champion, and then moved up to heavyweight, which he was a small guy. Rest in peace to him, and my prayers go out to his family. May rest in peace. Watch those type of guys. Muhammad Qawi, how his defense was. He rolling. You know, everybody's not good defensive fighters. Regis got his hand raised, though. I didn't watch all of it. Yeah, I didn't watch all that. Yeah, Michael Brown, from what I'm saying, early part of the round, Sims boxing real good. He's boxing real good. If he could have kept that up and kept stepping around, letting that right hand go left hook, back to the jab. See, he's shelling up and Duarte pointing. Gotta work that jab. The boxing menu podcast plus Regis did good, but I think something off about Regis. His balance not there like it should. I know his ankle was messed up, but if he get hit by a big puncher, it's night. I totally agree. Richie baby, Duarte most definitely won. There's no way your hometown will cheat you if someone came to your city. But did he win? In your opinion? Richie baby, Sims lost. I told Coach Kenny that last night. The only way someone would think Sims won is because they put a parlay down for that person. Nah, it's not coming in late. I'm not reading all of them. I'm not able to read all of them. I'm not reading all of them, Richie. They not coming in late. They sitting there. I'm just not reading all of them. I'm trying to talk to people, and then, you know, I'm looking at the fight. But they not coming in late, young man. Son. Hello, you is? Son. You know. That's how you gotta talk to y'all sometime. Y'all get to smelling y'all. You my son. Y'all like a son. Like, what you, 22? The kid's older than you, son. Thank you, son, for telling me. Like, I'm reading them as I get to them. You been wrote that. That was cute. I gotta do my son like that sometimes. Like, boy, who you talking to? You getting a little by yourself to get a little, because he tough. He got a little boxing in him. They get slick. Now, my father was living. You did that, you might caught a bullet in your ass. Sit through. JoJo always been a good fighter to me. He hurt Dad a whole lot too. Yeah, but he, you know, he not gonna. JoJo, he sometimes he don't let his hands go. The boxing menu podcast, like Rize just kept dropping his hands too. Hey, they only can fight to their ability. They only can fight to their ability, man. You good, Richie, baby? You good? I just had to remind y'all. Y'all remember. I know you. Let me tell you this. It's just like the kids at the gym. They be like, come on, Coach Squeeze, get in the ring with me. I say, boy, I'm 56 years old. I can't do that. I get hurt. I'm going to be in a homeless shelter some goddamn. Oh, Coach, you young. You don't look like. Yeah, I don't look like it. But these injuries don't tell me that. I stay in my lane. You know, I work with my babies. But the big ones, they be like trying to get their career off on you and shit. They ain't trying to work. I'm like, oh. See, I like telling them, I said, I'm not getting in there trying to hurt you or work. But the bigger kids, they get in there and be trying to. I'm like, yo, you trying to resurrect your career. But then when other gyms come in there, they don't look like that. They don't look like that. Stop. Cut it out. Stay in the child's place. In other words, my message. Yeah. But, you know, I'm just, yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, you right. But like I say, at the gym, they always want to, I might spar the kids. I might spar like 10 of the kids in a row. Then the big ones will slide over there. Like, on the real tip, I'm not trying to hurt them. They still kids. They teenage. They kid. I can hit them boys and sure enough hurt them. I got one punch knockout. I got a one punch knockout for you. I can get you out of there, but I don't be trying to hurt them. But they get in there and they jump on you. And I'm like, okay. But my babies, I work with them. We in round 5. Kenneth Sims boxing. Kenneth just not letting his hands go enough for me. He working behind the jab. Snap that jab, Kenneth. Every time you snap the jab, you freezing the Duarte offense. You look, guys. You got boxers, you got fighters, you might got guy 1 in 25 boxing. I mean, some people just. Everybody not going to be a world champion. Everybody not going to be a world champion, man. That's just how it is. Everybody that put on boxing gloves and step in the ring is not going to be a world champion, which is cool because we get these Cinderella stories where a guy's solid but never got an opportunity, and he gets that opportunity and he takes advantage of it. So, yeah. Surprise dragonflies. Rize's equilibrium is way off, coach. They weren't even hard shots. And a big puncher would have put his lights out. I agree. Let me scroll down some. Let me catch up, Richie, baby, in the chat. I'm going to skip all other people and catch up for you. Let me come on down. No, they don't respect their elders. I I tell them at work. I tell them at work all the time. I like, how low you is? They be like, I'm 35. I say, how low? I say, just follow the routine. I'm going to ask you a few questions. How old are you? 30, 35. I said, ask me how old I am. Hey, like 50. So okay, I was on my third girlfriend before you was even born. What that mean, coach? That mean a lot. Experience. Life lessons. Experience. It means something. This younger generation out here now, man, they just ain't no love, man. They knocking old people down, robbing them, stealing them. If we was young and you wasn't doing that around us, we would disown you. Yeah, we would disown you. But back to boxing. El Ray in the building. Love you, coach. Sims ain't. Oh man, El Ray, what it do, baby? My boy, yo. Oh, El Ray. What's up? Yo. Hey man, this is one of my childhood friends, man. One of my best childhood friends. Surprise Dragonflies, El Ray in the building. Love you too, man. I mean, this kid right here, this young man right here could throw the football, the whole football field. On the run. Athletic. Talented. See, yo, we had a lot of talent coming up, man. And had a nice basketball game. Yeah. Yup. Oh, El Ray, man. How the family, champ? Yeah, how the family? Walter Lee Jesse Sr., y'all up in here. Smash that like button. Third girlfriend. Maybe the fourth stretched out boxing, depending on the situation. Sims. Oh, he touching. Get out of there, Sims. Get out of there. Get off the rope. A lot of them can't fight good off the rope. Like a Floyd. Now, I gotta give credit where credit due. Shakur Stevenson fought lovely off the ropes. I was very, very entertained with Shakur Stevenson last outing. A lot of people hate on him. I wouldn't say hate on him. Some people do, because as soon as you make an opinion, everybody go to the hate word. I've been critical of criticizing his performances. Some of them I was very critical about, but the ones I seen that he showed me what he could be and the potential that he have, I gotta give him his props. But hate on any of them guys, not hating on none of them, man. Ain't none of them that did nothing to me. None of them that did nothing to me. You know, I not hating on none of them. I wish the best for them fighters. And I pray that they be able to support their families too. That's my main thing. Make that money, man. George Greek said, I had beat a man who had black belt and karate. Doug McQuaid, I got so much respect for this channel. A lot other channels, let me see. Other channels I breezed through just been showing a lot of disdain and hate for the young king type. This fight is action packed. You know, Doug McQuaid, my out and roundabout is one guy, Rural Farms, white brother. He very critical at times. He say he don't fight him. He a bum and this, that, and the other. And I say, you just don't like him. He like, no, I don't like him. I said, okay, but we talking about skill set. You don't even know him, but nevertheless, here, there, I get it. All right, let me bring him in. I don't want to hold him up. Y'all already know who he is. The Wizard, I call him, our New York affiliate. A father, cat lover, and a workout enthusiast himself. The incomparable brother, Ant McQueen, in the building.
Good afternoon, Squeeze. Good afternoon to everybody in the chat. Am I loud and clear? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What fight you over there watching?
Hold on, champ. Let me holler at somebody real quick. And I'm watching the Sims and Duarte fight. Looked like it was back and forth. Surprise dragon fight. Everyone doing great, champ. You got me smiling from ear to ear. And you caught the touchdown I ever threw on Robert C. Marshall Field against a Samurai Pro team. Yeah, that was I'll never forget that. And I don't play wide receiver, but we was blowing them out so much they gave me a play, and it was a 60-yard bomb. I caught it between two defenders for 6. Yeah, so I remember that, El Ray. Definitely, man. Walter Lee Jesse Sr. Coach Squeeze, please let my brother Senior Carbs know that I said what's up. It's been a while since I have been on the podcast due to taking care of some business with my mom, but I'm back. Oh, man, yo. Good, man. I'd be glad to see y'all in the chat, man, because we be missing y'all, man, but I know life gonna keep lifing, and I pray that everything is okay. Yeah, Aunt McQueen, take it away. I'm watching the Duarte Sims fight. Bring in your professional hypothesis.
Well, first and foremost, I'm just a guy with a laptop. Second, I thought it was a really good fight. Both guys, they brought it. Kenneth Sims, I like the way he established the jab early. Jab upstairs, jab to the body. Around the second, third round, I felt like he got away from the jab a little prematurely. I think he should have stayed with it because he was trying to run Duarte into some shots, and he is a very good counterpuncher in his own right. So I understand it, but Duarte is one of those guys where you can't allow him to get any type of momentum. The dude is a workhorse. You know what I'm saying? What he lacks in technicality, he more than makes up for it with relentlessness. That dude, he's going to keep coming. As long as he's on his feet, that man is throwing punches.
Do he look like William Cepeda style a little bit? Similarities, chin down, letting his hands go, but with more pop on it, I think.
Yeah. But he doesn't throw with quite the volume as Cepeda does. Cepeda throws with a different level of volume.
Got you.
Different level of volume. And I also think that Cepeda is just a little bit more sound with his feet. Because Duarte, that is his Achilles heel a lot of times. Like, regardless of whether or not he's throwing a punch, he's crossing his feet, he's squaring himself up. And I think that leaves him susceptible to being controlled by the jab. Don't really get his head off the line. Cepeda, every now and again, he'll show you he got a little something with him. He's not a technical wizard by any means, but I think he's just a little bit more refined than Oscar Duarte. But Duarte, he got the fighting spirit and he got the strength. You see the way the man is built, the musculature. The man got muscles coming out of his muscles. Got the Christmas tree back, so you know he's, you know what I'm saying, heavy on the push-ups, pull-ups, all that stuff. The guy comes in great shape. He's ready to fight. Todd Drakeford for president. Salute. Boxing Menu podcast. Salute. Said, are the Giants getting Micah Parsons? I have no idea. I would love to get Micah Parsons, but I don't know what they would have to give up in order to get him. That's the only thing. But if they could get him and Abdul Carter opposite one another on the line, them guys are bookends at the DN spot, Route 707. Duarte is like a bigger Pitbull Cruz. I can see that. I can see that.
Oh, good one.
I could see that. Surprise dragonflies. I mean, the dude, he come forward.
Good comparison.
He not consistent with his jab. Throw a lot of big overhands, looping shots. He dig down to the body. Same thing like with the posture. So I can see that.
Madonna. Good one, y'all. Y'all coming up with some good comparisons. Madonna, Marcos Madonna, chin down.
Yeah, dude's a buzzsaw. But Maidana got a little bit more again, Maidana, to his credit, just his intelligence. In the first fight with Floyd, when he timed Floyd on the pole counter, I was like, okay, this guy got a little bit more to him from an IQ standpoint than what you would see on the surface. That's why I thought Sims should have did more moving and aggressiveness. Yeah, for sure, stretched out boxing. He could have made the fight a lot easier on himself, but then that's also a very labor-intensive style. You know what I mean? Boxing on a retreat like that, you got to have tremendous conditioning. I had to say it 3 times because that's the type of shape you got to be in to do that for 12 rounds. It did seem like every time he went to Duarte's body, he slowed him down. Duarte did not like those body shots at all. But then again, who the hell does like getting hit to the body? That's why I think that Sim should have stayed with the stab, stayed behind the stick, and to your point, kept moving because he had the superior feet by far. It wasn't even close. Anytime he wanted to move around the ring, especially when he was in the center, and he just kept turning him, I was like, that's it right there. But Kenneth Sims is one of them dudes where he likes to bang. He likes to scrap. So he's going to set his feet. He's going to work on the inside and look to get his respect. And I think that he got it. But the thing with Duarte is, regardless of whether or not he respects you or whatever you're bringing forth, he only knows one way. So he's going to fight that way regardless. He's going to fight that way regardless. That's what got him clipped versus Ryan Garcia. Don't matter what type of power you throw on, that man is coming forward. He's full steam ahead. So it's best to just be the matador and allow him to be the bull and just keep turning him. Ole, 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 ole. Keep hitting him a little bit of that.
So Moses, what we talk resolution. We talk resolution. We talk the results that we saw in our mindset. But give me a solution of what you did a little bit, but you was moving parts. What Sims could have done to isolate this victory and made this victory a little bit more easier?
All the things that Stretched Out Boxing mentioned was just to continue to box on the move. To continue to box on the move. Because when you look at it at the end, the punch stats in terms of punches landed, they were really close, despite the fact that Duarte had more than eclipsed him in output. Duarte threw close to 200 more punches, but they landed the same number of punches according to CompuBox. So what the judges they're looking at is activity and the punches landed, opposed to just pure efficiency. So Sims was far more efficient, but again, if you land the same amount of punches, but the other guy is the one that's constantly working. The other thing too is there was a lot of work that Duarte was getting credit for in terms of punches landed that Sims was blocking, slipping, but unfortunately, he put himself in a tough spot, languishing on the ropes or being in the corner. If you in the corner opposite of the judges and they can't see you and they just see one man throwing punches and they just see you with your defense doing all this, it looked like you're getting touched up. So I felt like him just operating in the center of the ring, to Stretch Out Boxing's point, operating in the center of the ring where the work can be shown. Because with the judging, it's not just a matter about, what's landing, but the optics is how it looks. So with him, it just looked like he was just getting bullied and pressed out when he was on the ropes, despite the fact that he was defending himself well. He landed a lot of good counters off the ropes. You know what I mean? He was getting busy. And he was able to get out of those spots whenever he wanted to. At no point in that fight was Duarte able to trap him on the ropes. He was laying back and rolling with shots and picking his spots. But once again, the judges on the other side, they can't see that. All they see is this man just working, and you just look like you're in prevent defense. So yeah, keep moving, get back to the center of the ring, and make sure you show your work. My old math teacher used to always say that, hey, don't just give me the answer, show your work. We got to go through all the steps. How did you arrive at this conclusion? Got to cross that out, carry the one, whoop-de-whoop, whoop, all that other stuff. I want to see the work. So being in the center of the ring, that's where Sims could have shown his work. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I thought it was a tight fight. It was real close. I felt like it was fair. Yeah, the commentary was a little bit slanted, but I feel like that's mainly what's my dog's name? Chris Mannix. I thought that Sergio Moro was pretty fair to Kenneth Sims because he was giving him credit for that check hook around the 4th round, I want to say it was. Damn near every time Duarte stepped forward and tried to throw his right hand, Kenneth Sims was coming over the top with the check hook, pivoting out, circling out, and he was doing it like whenever he wanted to. Yeah, Sims could use a little bit more punching power, and that was one of the concerns that I had going in because Oscar Duarte has a 79% KO ratio. Kenneth Sims got 8 knockouts in about 26 fights or something like that. So he's not a big puncher by any stretch, but I do feel like with his body work, that could be a path to him providing more resistance for the guys that he's going up against. If he's going to be in there with a guy that can punch like Duarte, I'm telling you, you look at every time he touched Duarte to the body, Duarte was stopping in his tracks. He was apprehensive about coming forward. He did not like the body work. But Kenneth Sims, it felt like as the fight wore on, the body punches were coming few and far in between. But if he would have stayed consistent with it, especially that stab jab, every time he stabbed him to the gut, he was folding him like a cheap futon. Every time he stabbed him to the gut, Duarte is doubling over, folding over. Then them hands start to drop. Then he was able to land the check hook over the top. But he got away from the body work and start looking for those big shots upstairs. He was trying to set them up, trying to line them up with something. Just got to just keep at it. Keep doing what's working, wear him down, especially if you're the guy at a power deficit.
Hey, I hear with everything you saying. And it sounds like literally, and this, you're saying what you saw. You spot on. But to me, sitting over here hearing you talking, it sounds like you got 5 artists on the stage and you playing the piano for each and every one of them. But I'm going to do this for you. Bottom line, my homeboy said it in the chat. And I'm sure you're going to agree. Because you're dressing it up, breaking it down, giving your hyperbole on it like you should. Kenneth Sims Jr. had no power to keep Duarte honest and off of him. He had no power. He was letting his hand go, but there was a lot of pop shots. He was scoring, but the angles you said that Duarte was working from, the judges might have seen more. So my thing was, once a fighter don't respect that you got enough to really hurt them, they're going to keep coming forward.
Yeah, for sure. But that's why I said every time he hit him to the body, that pressure was not the same. So Kenneth Sims may not have enough power to hurt him to the head because Duarte, he got a solid chin on him. Guy been in there with several fighters now at this point. He was just in there with Miguel Medueno. Miguel Medueno is a considerably bigger puncher than Kenneth Sims, and he was able to take his shots to the head. But he's tended to the body. So if he's tended to the body, you got to keep putting that barbecue sauce on those ribs. You got to sauce him up. And his coach was telling him in the corner, like, yo, you hurting him to the body. You got to keep going there. But one thing with Kenneth Sims is Kenneth Sims is a guy who likes to scrap. If you watch any Kenneth Sims fights, he does the same thing every time out. He comes out boxing, working from range. He's pretty good from mid-range. I think from a technical standpoint, there aren't too many areas where Kenneth Sims isn't sound. Like he can
I
box from
agree.
range,
I
nice
agree.
jab. He could go southpaw, orthodox, however
I
you like it.
agree. But where is it getting him in the big fights where he needs to turn the envelope on?
Got to focus on that body. Because if you at a deficit, you got to slow the other guy down, take some of the steam out of him. And I believe that's part of the reason why he made it 12 with Duarte. In addition to his ability to take the shots, but around round 8, Duarte didn't really look like he had too much steam on his shots. And a lot of it had to do with the body work, the investments that Kenneth Sims made early on. But I feel like if he would have stayed with that, he would have been able to slow him down even more to the point where his work would have been even more effective down the stretch. And there were a couple of times where you heard him with some headshots because he was catching them off counters, catching him while he was
So
extension.
if you was in his corner, that's what you would have been giving him. That's what you would have been analyzing the data on.
Yes, because it was clear as day. I mean, especially that stab squeeze. If you look at every time he stabbed Duarte to the body, Duarte was doubling over. He was trying to make himself even more compact so he wouldn't get hit to the body. But, I get it. I think that sometimes guys want to perform. I believe that plays a part in it. So folks want to go for the sexy knockout. I'm going to set the trap and then boom, catch him on the chin, yada, yada, yada. But if you don't necessarily have the power and this guy's got the chin to be able to withstand that, attack the body and the head will fall. Just stick with it. Just be a workman. R.I.P. to Mike McCallum, body snatcher. Snatch that body up.
To me, it sounds more like you saying that he wasn't really listening to his corner instructions. That's what it more sounds like, or what you're saying. If you're saying that he could have stayed on the body a little bit more, the stab to the sternum was working, but he wasn't going back to that like he should. That's what I'm getting from what you're saying.
I felt like it was a mix. I felt like it was probably like 55-45 because in spots he was listening to his corner when they told him to get back on the stick, use your legs, whoopty whoop whoop. Like round 5, I believe it was. I'm mad at myself I didn't take notes yesterday because I normally take notes. But around round 5, that was probably one of the cleanest rounds of the fight for either man. Duarte couldn't really land too much of anything. Somebody else in the chat said it. It's not just so much a matter of Duarte being flat-footed. It's two things. It's his positioning and it's his technique. Being flat-footed isn't necessarily a bad thing because you're able to generate power. You know what I mean? The kinetic chain, it begins with your feet, through your legs, up to your torso, through the shoulder to the end of the fist. The kinetic chain, that energy. So it's not a bad thing necessarily being flat-footed. That's how you generate power. Up on the balls of your toes, that'll provide you more mobility. But the thing with Oscar Duarte is he breaks his stance so much. He breaks his stance. He puts one foot in front of the other, opposed to staying a little bit more bladed. He's very forward in the stance a lot of the times. So that just leaves him susceptible to being turned. It leaves him susceptible to jabs because his head is right there on the line. He's like this. You got a lot of target area. As opposed to being like you see, I'm like right now, I'm squared up. I'm in front of you. But if I turn to the side and I'm bladed, now I'm a smaller target. But with Duarte, he provides a big target just by virtue of his technique with his feet and just being forward in his stance. He got stiff hips, not flexible. You know what I mean? So in round 5, Kenneth Sims took full advantage of that. He was turning him. Duarte looked like a damn tugboat. And what's his name looked like a Sea-Doo or something like that. Like he was maneuvering just real slick, real sleek, real smooth. And Duarte was just turning slow, baby steps at a time.
Everybody say, my homeboy said Duarte will get stopped by Gary Russell, and Michael Brown say a boxer will whip Duarte. True. Both of those statements are true.
Yeah.
But what we fail to realize and what we gotta understand as boxing enthusiasts, that these things gonna happen. We know styles make fights, and these styles that face each other in the ring, it's a matter at the end of the day, desire and will when it's all said and done. Now, in hindsight, we know a real boxer, bing, good feet for 12 rounds. A Shakur Stevenson type fighter would mop the floor with a Duarte. He just faced that style in William Cepeda. They would pick their teeth with that. But the person that would be capable of picking their teeth with a Duarte style in front of them is a mover, not running, moving, turning, slickness, pop, countering, pop. They don't even got loader. Because Duarte is hard to find. He looking for you because that's all he got to give. He ain't gonna bounce on his toes. He ain't gonna pull counter. He ain't gonna roll counter. No, that's not in Duarte's repertoire of punches. If you go to the game, you playing the game, you pick Duarte, and I'm picking Shakur for this one. You already know in your mind you're picking a fighter that's gonna be able to move and outbox. Let me press. You pressing the button, move. Here go Duarte, heavy feet in sand. But if that fighter stays still on the rope, he gives Duarte an opportunity to bang, bing, bam, boom. But he doing what worked for him.
Oh my, come on, Squeeze. You cooking with grease right now. This is Oscar Duarte right here. You ain't never gonna see that man roll nothing. He ain't gonna tuck his chin behind his shoulder. He come forward just like this. That's it. Hands up, straight forward. He don't even work behind the jab like that. He just wait to get you, press you on the ropes, and then just let a flurry go, and that's it. Rinse, wash, repeat. So when he's in there with a guy like you just said, a guy that could box him, turn him, make him reach, make him pay, forget about it. Forget about it. No, I ain't bring nobody out to no ring.
When you play the video games, Madden or whatever y'all game of choice is, you're looking to pick the fighter or the players that's more talented than the other team. On the game, it has more attributes. Your player can jump higher. Your player can run a little faster. You might pick a player that's smarter. All this ties into the complexity of boxing, which intrigues us to keep coming back like a junkie. We looking for our next hit. Boxing is a drug to a lot of us. Our nose get the running, we ill, then we get that hit, we back up. Oh, I want another blast. That's the exciting part about it. And then we get ill, we out there scratching, nose running, because we looking for another hit. We getting a bunch of garbage fights. So to take that hyperbole that I've said to just give y'all, when we get these fights like a Regis Pro Gifts getting hit a lot, and JoJo Diaz getting cut but continuing the fight, Kenneth Sims Jr. and Duarte toe-to-toe, both of them having handicaps on the things they need to do but they not doing, but they fighting through them. It just makes it more gratifying. And that's my take on that.
Absolutely. And I'm with you 1,000,000%. On my other tab right now, I got Da Vinci Resolve up. I'm going through this Canelo Ryder fight. and just looking at these little instances, because one thing I was noticing in that fight in particular was the way that this dude was able to work on the inside. This is open stance. So him being able to slip underneath of Canelo's jab and step inside, and he had Canelo a little bit apprehensive in spots because he was countering every time he tried to go to the body. He's coming back with a short little right hook. So he had Canelo really thinking in there. So I'm just looking at just little things like that. But the styles definitely make the fights. You never know how guys are going to match up until you really sit down and look at what each guy does. Like, what is this guy's best attribute and what can he exploit? And is the other guy capable of not just capitalizing on weaknesses, but turning strengths into liabilities? If this guy has a particular strength, you know, like one of my favorite quotes is strength overused become weakness. So to the point about Oscar Duarte, his strength is what? His relentlessness, his determination. But with that, it leaves him vulnerable against somebody who can box, somebody who can stay
But
calm,
doesn't
somebody who
make
can
that?
turn.
That's what makes it exciting.
That makes it super exciting. Yep.
Because if he catch that boxer that can move and elude him, catch him clean just one or two good times, can he rattle him enough that his style could get the victory?
And it only takes one, too. That's the other thing. Even when you got fighters against each other, you never know how things are going to turn out. Like, for example, Paul Williams versus Sergio Martinez. They
Woo,
fought
boy,
twice.
don't you be
That first fight,
disrespectful. Don't you
that
be
first fight was a
disrespectful.
dog fight, but then we seen what happened the second time around. It was a short night. Maravilla with one of the nastiest KOs of the last 25 years.
Heard around the world.
Oh my Lord.
I was a big Sergio Martinez fan.
Me too. I love Sergio's feet.
Soccer player. Did you see the footwork on him?
His
Dance,
footwork
too
was
much
nasty.
booty in the pants. Dance, too much booty in the pants. Dance, dance, dance.
Footwork was nasty. Like he walked
Footwork,
watching him.
wavering, quickness, speed is power, ladies and gentlemen. And when you get off here, treat yourself to Sergio Maravilla Martinez. When you get off of here, make sure you have you two sides, baked macaroni, cheese, and collard greens, because you're going to need a meat to go with it. I'm vegan, so I'll go with me a mushroom poor boy.
Mushroom pole boy. I had some vegetarian. I had some vegan egg rolls yesterday.
Yeah, I be having. I get them.
Delicious.
I like to get them from scratch though, but I get them from the market. My vegetable egg rolls.
I need my doppelganger to shout me out. Whoever my doppelganger is, when you find out who this person is, next time we're on here, please let me know. Oh my Lord. Oscar Duarte's Kenneth Sims, it lived up to the hype for me. I felt like it was going to be a good fight. That Jojo Diaz, Regis Prograis was a hell of a fight. Regis said he wasn't hurt though. I saw a clip this morning. He said he wasn't hurt. He said he was just dealing with issues with his balance.
Well, he did say that. I mean, I'm looking at his face, and I'm looking at his face, and he did come back pretty good, let his hands go, because really, when a person get rocked, it take them a couple of rounds to come around. I'm going to give him credit for that. He said more so it was his balance. He couldn't get his legs under him. So I think Clayton Silks or one of the guys earlier in the chat saying that they think something was up with that back foot. So I'm gonna say that's plausible.
I wouldn't be surprised though, because Regis, his footwork is, and I don't want to disrespect the man, but compared to the elite guys or the guys at the top of the division or the guys who are around his level, I'll probably say that'd be his biggest deficiency, his feet, his technique. early on in his career, his feet weren't good, but he was a tremendous athlete. Like when he first burst on the scene, you watch a fight like the one that he had with I think it was Juan Velasquez or somebody like that several years ago. The dude was quick, he was explosive, but even then, his technique itself was shaky. But he was able to mask it with his athleticism. But now, seems like his athleticism has waned. He's a little bit older, 35, 36, been making 140 for God knows how long. So I think that sapped him a little bit. And the deficiencies that he's had with his technique feels like they're more glaring now. But to stretch out Boxer's point, and I'm making the same point, I don't think he ever really had great balance. He was just a really good athlete, so he was able to mask some things.
I like the way you said that. That's gospel. You pick that up in the boxing Quran, you gonna see that being able to mask deficiencies. That's definitely gonna be in the Bible of boxing. I don't know what page, I don't know what chapter,
We'll
but
sort it
that
out.
definitely, that hyperbole you just put together would definitely be in the boxing Bible.
Because we think about certain guys, Squeeze, like as they age, they were still able to maintain. Like a Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins was damn near 50, but Bernard Hopkins had really good fundamentals. So he was able to fight for a long time. And even as he aged, he was able to compete because he was so fundamentally sound.
Good fundamentals. And one important factor, I wouldn't say you leaving it out because you giving your take on it.
Discipline.
You in the neighborhood, same thing. Discipline outside of the ring. What he ate, his vessel, the way he treated that vessel was the key to Bernard Hopkins' success to fight in the older ages of his life and look as prudent as he looked.
That's why he went from the executioner to the alien. I'm not sure if you remember the expose that they had when they covered his later title run at an advanced age, and the cameras followed him to the doctor's office, and they're going through all of his levels, going through his blood work, and they were saying like, "Yo, it's remarkable for a man his age that had been boxing so long that he was just this healthy." And B-Hop said a cheat meal for him was peanut butter and jelly on wheat bread. Outside of that, eat clean. The dude is 60-something years old, and he still got a 28-inch waist. You know what I mean? That's a guy that took care of himself. And to me, I'll use this one right here. Squeeze this analogy. The fine line between a hoopty and a vintage car is maintenance. That is the fine line. You know what I'm saying? If you got
I agree.
1960 something Cadillac, but you took good care of it, that's vintage.
I
Then you
remember
can have
them
a
days.
2000 something whatever, and if you never got the oil changed, didn't get your spark plugs changed, didn't, you know what I'm saying, get your transmission fluid and everything else, no tune-ups, it's gonna wear out.
I go for the 32 waist. Melody Queen. I go for the 32 waist. I was wearing a 32 waist for a while. I think I'm like 34, 36 right now. No more, about 34 and a half. I would say at this moment. I'm 34. I'm gonna go with 34 because I have came down. 32 would be, but we and not to get far off of boxing, but our body is our temple, our vessel. It's so important to get every diameter of your body that you need to get in order to be functionable in life. Stress, pushing your body to the limit, working, beating your body up, to personal. I mean, life gonna keep life, and it's ain't nothing you could do about it. But I think you rest and take your time out to reflect mentally and contemplating your next move. It goes beyond the years. Yeah.
Well, the two go hand in hand, so it ain't really too far of a stretch, right? I mean, these guys can't compete unless they're in good condition. So boxing, conditioning, health, all that stuff, it goes hand in hand. I don't feel like it's ever a disparate conversation. It's all inclusive. Before we even see the fights, what do we see? We see footage of these guys training. That's them getting their bodies right, getting their minds right, getting their spirit right. And then before the fights, the day before, what do we see? We see the weigh-in. These guys got their, you know what I mean? They shirt off. We get to see like, okay, this guy's looking lean. He's looking mean. Oh, this guy look a little too drawn in. This guy look a little soft around the body, so on and so forth. So the health, the conditioning, boxing, it all ties and squeeze. It's not.
Oh, okay. J Flex say I'm still 146 to 150-ish. I'm around 135. He said he had a bulging disc in his neck, and he just trying to get back right. So we keeping you in our J Lex, keeping you in our prayers, that God continue to touch your body, but most of all, touch our mind, man. Remember, everybody, and I'm closing with this, closing arguments. My closing arguments is hell of another weekend in boxing. I was very excited about those two fights last night, Jojo Diaz and Rize and Duarte and Kenneth Sims Jr. I was very pleased with what I saw. The decisions were reasonable, and I really enjoyed that last night. And remember, everybody in the chat, this not our final destination. We're passing through here. Make it the best you can, man. Leave a good legacy that your next generation can build off of and keep it going and carry this 100 years or more until the world fall off its axis. That's my closing argument.
Hey, beautifully said. Beautifully said. Impermanence, people. Impermanence. That's what that man is preaching. Impermanence. Impermanence. This is a transient life, yo. But for me, closing arguments is the same as it always is. Small things, all things. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. I got to take my own advice, my own words, and hop to it. Appreciate y'all. Peace, everybody in the chat. Much love to the Rize podcast, the Smoothie King, my guy, Interstellar, Senior Cobbs, always leaving the key under the mat. As you can see, I'm in the Rize podcast mansion. You see the plush couches behind me. But another dope show. Always a pleasure chopping it up with you, my man, the Smoothie King. To my people, you know, it wouldn't be right if I didn't leave y'all without some special effects. Shout out to the GOAT moderator. We need the confetti. We need and a little bit of fireworks. Peace.
Man, hell of a show, man. Always a pleasure bringing Aunt McQueen over in the lab. As you can see, he brought the kitchen set with him, the Gunzu knives, forks, spoons, plates, entrees, and he gave us some good recipes today. Everybody in the chat that came through with their takes. It was a great show today, man. And do me a favor, man. Love the ones, man, and just enjoy life, man, as it comes. Stay safe out there. People losing their minds with all these mass shootings starting to pick back up, man. Just everybody on here, do me a favor, and I'm gone after this. Just make sure we pray for each other. Just keep praying for each other. Love y'all, man. Be safe. See y'all tomorrow, God willing, through the grace of the Lord, because I can't make no decisions without him. And as we always say on the Rise podcast, peace.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz oh, this life we ain't put on with it. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.